Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Kim.
And Miss Laura.
And we're
and Chewy.
And Newt. And we are back with stories. We took the summer off and
I was busy.
Yes.
I was gone for a few months. I went to Alaska, went camping. It was fun. Saw bears and moose and porcupines in the Arctic Ocean and icebergs and everything else.
And as
she worked for me.
Yeah, a lot of you know I was at the front desk, so you probably saw me this summer.
She's a good friend.
Yes. So we are looking forward to more stories this fall with you. And today I'm going to be reading Bear and Squirrel Are Friends.
And I've got, have you seen Chester?
We hope you enjoy him.
This is a good book. Bye.
Bye.
Have you seen Chester by Andrew Murray? Buddy the dog and Chester the cat were always fighting. Whenever Buddy was eating, Chester would pounce with a "Rawr" and a scratch of his claws. Whenever Chester was sleeping, Buddy would pounce with a woof, woof, woof and a snap of his jaws. Buddy, Chester, please don't fight, begged Lucy, but they clashed and they bashed and they fought. But even though Chester was brave, Buddy was bigger. This fight is wearing me out, grumbled Chester. I've had enough. And that evening he crept out through the cat flap and didn't come back. When Chester still wasn't back the next morning, Lucy searched all through the house and all around the garden, in the washing machine, the laundry basket, the garbage can, the bushes, and in the hat stand. She looked everywhere. Perhaps he'll turn up when he's hungry, she thought. So she put out a big saucer of Chester's favorite fish, but still Chester didn't come back. Lucy made posters and put them up all over town. She asked the neighbors if they'd seen Chester, but no one had. Poor Lucy was very upset. Her eyes were all red and puffy from crying. Buddy felt guilty. It's all my fault. If I hadn't fought with Chester, he wouldn't have run away. Buddy tried to comfort Lucy. He put his paw on her lap and licked her hand, but she shooed him away. Buddy couldn't stop thinking about Chester, how he used to wash his face after eating, and played with a piece of string, and fight for the comfiest chair. He'd sleep on top of the television. I can't believe it. I think I miss him. That night when Lucy had gone to bed, Buddy squeezed through the cat flap and set out into the darkness. Night. It was a cat's world, all right. Buddy soon realized he wasn't alone. Alley cats were all around him, hissing and spitting. Stupid dog, they hissed. You don't belong here. This is the night, and it belongs to us. Closer they came, closer and closer. Wait, said Buddy. I don't want any trouble. I'm just looking for a friend. His name is Chester. The alley cat stopped. Chester? They said, surprised. You're a friend of Chester's? Well, yes, said Buddy. He's missing, and we're worried about him. Well, why didn't you say so? The cats laughed. Chester's a friend of ours, too. Come on, we'll help you find him. Buddy and the alley cat searched through the night. They looked under bushes and cars, on rooftops and trees, and in all the gardens and streets and alleys. By dawn, they were exhausted. Oh dear, Buddy sighed. Where can Chester be? Just then there was a gust of wind. Buddy lifted his nose. He sniffed. He could smell something that reminded him of Chester! Leave me alone, said Chester. I don't want to fight anymore. I didn't come to fight with you, said Chester. Excuse me, my cat. Get out of the way. I haven't come to fight with you, Chester, said Buddy. It's just Lucy's worried about you, and well, I was worried too. Would you please come home? Chester looked at him suspiciously. Don't worry, Chester, called the alley cats. You can trust him. So Buddy and Chester went home. Chester, you're back, shouted Lucy. She kissed and petted him, and she gave Buddy a big hug. Now, she said, I'm going to get us some breakfast. Can I leave you alone for 1 minute without you two fighting? Lucy came out of the kitchen with lots of toast and fish and doggy chews. Breakfast, she called, but there was no reply. She peeped around the door and smiled. I don't think we have to worry anymore. The end. That was Have You Seen Chester?
Bear and Squirrel Are Friends by Deb Paludi. It's true that Bear was much bigger than Squirrel, and that a bear will sometimes eat a squirrel for dinner. But Bear and Squirrel were friends. They had a lot in common. They liked to gather acorns and blueberries. Bear was very strong. He would shake the trees until nuts rained down on the forest floor. Squirrel was very fast. He zipped from nut to nut, collecting them for supper. Bear helped Squirrel make a cozy nest of leaves and twigs. Squirrel helped Bear tidy up his den. And they both liked to play games. The other squirrels asked, "Why are you hanging around with a bear? He'll eat you up for a midnight snack." Squirrel said, "Don't be silly. Bear is my friend." The other bear said, "Squirrel would make a good midnight snack." Bear said, "That's ridiculous. Squirrel is my friend." Squirrel and Bear ignored the other animals' remarks and went off to play Guess That Song. Oh, I know this one. And when Bear settled in for a long winter nap, Squirrel waited patiently for his friend to wake up. And waited. And waited. Until spring finally arrived, Bear began to stir. "It's good to see you," said Squirrel. "It's good to see you too," said Bear. "You look different," said Squirrel. "You look different too," said Bear. "You look delicious," said Bear. "Why, thank you, Bear," said Squirrel. "I mean, you look like you would taste delicious," said Bear. They looked at each other for a long time. Gulp. "I'm sorry, Squirrel. I can't help myself," said Bear. "Excuse me." "Stop, Bear. Squirrel is your friend." But Bear couldn't stop. "I'm sorry, Squirrel. I didn't save you any." "It's okay, Bear. I can make more," said Squirrel. Bear ate all the blueberry pancakes that Squirrel made until not a morsel was left. He ate every last berry. He even licked the plate clean. But he did not eat Squirrel. "What? You didn't really think I'd eat Squirrel, did you? Friends don't eat friends. More pancakes, Bear?" The end.